Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Happy 11sies. Uwu to you. Happy Easter, everyone. Welcome to Midweek Point and Click. We are on episode 13 of Disco Elysium. I feel that we're on the home stretch, but what do I know? How you doing, Steve?
Hey, not bad. Yeah,
No,
'cause we've had one huge reversal, but well, I thought we were getting towards the end, and ends up being back to square one.
yeah. Do you want to give the recap from last week?
Yeah, because I think we went through a bit of it, but some of them I still can't remember. Yes, the main one is we got into the church.
Mhm.
We found the person that was referred to as the Crabman, but it's kind of like the Spider-Man of Denver, which is
Spider-Man
like
of
not
Denver.
as in not the Marvel Spider-Man, but the guy that lived in someone's walls without them knowing.
Oh, right. Like, yep, fair
Like one of
enough.
those types of peoples. And I think there's a few cases of that. Spider-Man in Denver is the one I know. Uh, yeah, so one of those types of Spider-Man. And he's okay with the kids setting up in the church. But there's a lady that might not be. We used a terminal, and that's the bit where I'm fuzzy, even though we just did the talk about it.
Yeah, so
There was a
basically
terminal we were about to get a code from. We got a partial code from, but she interrupted us.
well, we got
And
the
she's
password
doing
originally from the
science stuff.
Spider-Man, from the Crabman.
Yeah, and that allowed
Because
us to
yeah.
call the operator. She was sending us something, but the scientist lady interrupted us. And for some reason,
Okay.
even though we're a cop, she took over the machine,
I
told
don't
us to F
remember that
off.
little bit, but that's good because that at least gives us an objective to do this time is to go to the other
Yeah,
place.
so I think that's why we're going to the other machine because we can call the same lady from that machine as well. Maybe ask for a second copy.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, and she might be the one that might have a problem with the kids setting up. But then I don't think they'll be scared of her anyway.
Mm.
Now that the Spider-Man's cool, or the Crabman as they call him.
We can explain that
But
the Crabman is cool anyway.
yeah, which I don't know if it came up as a dialogue option because the last thing we did was talk to them, but I think we're after something else
Hmm.
because I think one of the people we want information from, but is the one that constantly says the same thing over and over again, like
Oh,
know the rules or something like that.
what is it? Hardcore, he says
Hardcore,
constantly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I think we're trying that rather than telling them about the Crabman. Um, yeah.
One of the I think there was the leader of that group said that the way to get through to him is to accept a few hardcores, and then once the hardcores are, give him 3 or 4 hardcores, and then you can actually get through to him and have a conversation.
Yeah,
give him a face
I think you've
waterfall
kind of
of
done,
blood.
but I think maybe I think we're going to try a few more times because you've sort of done that, but then it gives you other dialogue options, and that might be the wrong combination we picked. Thanks for the sub, Saku.
Yeah, thank you so much, Saiku. How you doing? Good morning to you. 18 months. It's fantastic. Really appreciate it. There was one other thing, Steve. It's time for a bloody hard off. Thank you. We are still yet to go to that boy, find the boy, and get the paperwork.
The buoy.
No, sorry, the what?
The buoy. Who's regionally specific? I think. Do they call they've been calling it a boy or buoy in this?
They've been calling it a boy because it's not
Yeah,
American.
because it's European.
Yep. And that's to get. I always forget how to pronounce her name, but Classy,
Yeah,
something like that. That's to get her passport to prove who she is. She's been telling a bit of pork pies lately, so hopefully
Yeah.
we can clear that up. We also, because it is nighttime, because we just sung karaoke, which was beautiful, by the way, we could probably ditch Kim. And if we can ditch
That was
Kim,
kind of.
got a bit of
It
freedom.
was spoken lyrics, almost spoken lyrics style karaoke.
Where is my mouse cursor? Here we go. Let's start. I have checked the Cambridge Online Dictionary, and Bolt has the pronunciation.
I know it's correct Australian. What's Cambridge is wrong. I mean,
Here we
Australian
go.
version is better anyway. It's not that like I know that it's supposed to be in Australia and it's supposed to be in Cambridge and well, the UK. I just have a disagreement that it should be like that. I think it's one of those things where it causes more confusion than like languages should be about good size and about transmitting signals in the data, and purposely having miscommunications because we've always had miscommunications is a bad thing. Should be fixed.
I'm just putting our clothes back on, by the way, because we had to wear our Raiden cosplay to be able to sing correctly. Let's see, we got the gloves. Well, the necktie. We got to put our crazy necktie back on. That was one of them. What was it? Glasses. It's negative drama again, plus visual calculus. I think it's God Save the King nowadays. I think they changed the lyrics. They've already forgotten about old Lizzie. Perception. No, we want our perception. Visual calculus. We want that too. Alright, let's just keep it. -1 drama. Oh, we're looking pretty good. One thing you didn't see, Steve, because you went for a bio break, I think, at the time. And I didn't tell you because I was so ashamed of my actions, and we don't actually reload. But we had a really cool hat that gave us really good stats. And in a conversation piece with the girl that was mucking around on the ice, there was an option saying, give the girl a hat. And I was expecting it to go to the inventory and choose the hat that you don't want. And it just took the good stat it had. Yeah, it gave her the good hat. And that was, that wasn't very fun. All right, cool. Well, we sung the karaoke. That was delicious. Sounded like our lizard brain self. The voice actor for good old Harry Dubois, our main character, is apparently he's a singer in a metal band in the UK. Quite popular, apparently.
Okay, because I guess he did have like a Lemmy sound to him when he was singing, didn't he?
Was that always boarded up? Or is that my imagination?
I don't remember it, but I probably haven't looked at it properly.
Oh, that's right. We also bought heaps of stat boosts because we almost died from that phone call the other episode too. All right. We learned also that we can fast travel, which is pretty exciting. So let's go to the Fisherman Shacks. And I'm going to try and look for that boy now. It's killing me. That's the one quest that's sort of sticking out. And I got to remember that tab is indeed the button to press to highlight. Okay, we went on the swings. Okay, that's good to know. One of the other things we need to do is we need to speak to the two people to sign the form because we're trying to pull one over on the mob boss. And in order to do that, we need to have those signatures. Even though you think that really we're working for him, but we're not.
It is paid. Not fully working for him, because they're not
What's that?
full time, but I'm just pointing out the complications with accepting money from like union leaders we're not supposed to be affiliated with.
I do like the sound of Thursday being the prequel to Friday, Verdantry. Talking to someone else to get some signatures. Interesting. Kind of wonder who that would be. I haven't found any forgeries types. I was cleaning my monitor yesterday, and I found something out that is quite upsetting. I have some burn-in.
Oh, really?
I guess it was from work by having a Chrome browser open all the time because I work basically like a web portal. And so I've got like file and edit sort of burnt in ghostly.
Oh, shit. Is it a new monitor?
Oh, I've had it for a good 6 years at least.
Yeah, because I thought after when they're not new, they sort of don't suffer from burning. Was that not right?
I'm not sure. Ooh, $2.50 in this, whatever this is. We haven't found this place before. This is like a bunker.
Shelter.
Yeah. Speaking of Fallout shelters, are you going to try the old Starfield, Steve?
Probably not.
Okay. Chain trails off into the ocean. Ooh, okay. I don't even think we can get behind it. No, we can't. All right, we'll go into the shelter in a second. Sounds like I need a new monitor. It's still a very good monitor, and it works fine. It's got one dead pixel that I can sometimes get rid of. I just guess monitors aren't meant to last these days. Oh, I've got a 4K monitor to my right and a 1440 in front of me. But the 4K monitor is not the best at like refresh rates and things like that. It's good to have stuff up on the side. Why not more? I'd have to go up. I don't have enough desk space unless I have... I don't know, has anyone had monitors that go right around them like a semicircle?
I've got one that's got a decent amount of curve that I use, but it's just for office stuff, not for personal.
Okay. The ladder is too rusty to climb. 6 monitors?
Yes,
That's like that,
That's like the Matrix.
I was thinking that, I guess it was like a horror movie, Sliver, with Sharon Stone and one of the Baldwins.
Yeah. I've seen bits of it.
Oh, it's a
or
scarf.
maybe just don't know from reputation.
It was one of those nudie films that kids would watch because
Yeah.
it had a pair of boobs in there. Boobs or two.
Yeah, so I sort of remember it.
Psyche knows it, which is all about
Yeah.
the boobs on TV.
But that's the one where, yeah, because that's not multiple monitors to do work. That was because he was all security cameras.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, he's basically had peepholes in all the right places, or all the wrong places. Depends on your perspective, I guess. Oh, what's this? To tell you what. Okay, I am on the west side now. So they did say, oh, we can also level up. So
That's
I
not what's up,
believe...
but it just means I've got a screenshot of what it would look like around the area it is.
Okay, rhetoric and empathy.
Polo shirt.
It's a good looking shirt too. Maybe we can... Better than our drama shirt. What's our empathy at? Let's have a look. Empathy at 3. We haven't really had any empathy checks, I believe. So maybe it is worth... Rather than wearing a chain mesh tank top, we can try out the new polo. Let's take this off for a quick second. Have a look. Oh, look how smart we are.
I know about that. The eye sort of breaks the illusion a bit because I thought we were going to look pretty smart, and then just seeing that tie, it's like, nah.
So many places to go. Oh, that's the same bunker. Okay, well, let's try it out.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Interfacing. Maybe we should check to see if we've got some clothes that can do interfacing. 3% isn't going to get us anywhere.
That's pretty low anyway, yeah.
Psycho, do you want to choose what we want to level up? What is this thing anyway?
It's military, a service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Okay, let's walk away for now. So this is, of course, as we level up, we have the choice. We can either put the stat in one of these areas, or alternatively, we can go to the mind bank and unlock one of these diamonds to do some thinking. So totally up to you, Psycho. This point is yours. If you want me to click back on the cards, let me know. Let's have a look at what these thoughts are anyway. We've got -2 half light while we think of that. No negative bonuses, but a research time of 7 and a bit hours. Jeez. That's the beauty of it. You pick what you want, whatever you feel. -2 on physical instrument. Insomnia. 20 hours research time. So there's some internalizing or there's some cards. Let's go back to the cards and have a look. I saw a reference yesterday. I can't remember what it was from, but they used the term Inland Empire. It may have been an actual David Bowie reference. Maybe an album name or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought it was a bad translation, but I'll look it up now because.
It's the first. This game's the first time I'd ever heard of it, but
It's a 2006 American experimental psychological thriller film written, directed, and co-produced by David Lynch.
right, that's what it was then. David Lynch. Okay, got my Davids mixed up. All right, let's have a look at least to see what could benefit us. Our perception is through the roof, so we can no longer do that. Same with pain threshold, that's done as well. Inland Empire is a good one. Visual calculus is obviously a good one too. What is that one for? That's reconstructing crime scenes. Although I feel our crime scene, I don't know how much more crime scene detection we need. Who knows? Authority's pretty high.
The problem is just reading the plot. It's not going to give me any quick summary of what Inland Empire is going to actually mean.
Look, reading the plot to anything David Lynch is not going to get you anywhere. All right. Anyway, have a think of those things, Psycho. I'll keep walking around. In fact, I'll quickly look at our clothes because we need... Was it physical instrument?
Worn by elements.
Interfacing. Whoops. Interfacing. What do we have? Inland Empire it is? Okay, we'll quickly put one in there. Hell yeah. Okay. I've already forgotten what it was, Steve. Do you remember? Interfacing, that's right. I think we've got some gloves with interfacing. There we do. All right, put them on quickly. Not real good so far. Only gloves. Let's see what stat changed to from 3%
Worn by elements.
to 3%.
The depot.
Okay. Maybe we'll come back to that. Could always try and go for the double sixes. What do you reckon, Verdant Tree? Should we attempt it? Let's see if it's a white.
Door worn by elements. Guards the depot.
Ooh, cannot be retried.
A sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
Should we save it?
See a handle.
No? Okay. Cool. Alright, let's try and head west and see if we can find that boy. I want to get it if it's the last thing on... Okay. I really hope there's a stronger crowbar. The game kind of promised us there was one. With an insinuation.
So do you know where the boardwalk is? On the
This
coast?
looks boardwalky. Oh, that was that phone that... These two phones nearly killed us.
Oh, yeah, that was the phone.
Bastard phone. Oh, we spoke to that dude already. Don't know what's going over here. Tiny cages. Okay, so they're just capturing stuff, no doubt. Is that it? That could be it.
That's it.
Could this be the boy?
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like
Yeah,
trash.
not really well hidden.
If you look closer,
Not Kuno.
That over there.
Order
Must
by
be the boy class you told us
tying
about.
Kuno under the
one
water
she hid our
and
passport
leaving
in.
him.
We should take a look.
Got the boy.
you lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Let's shake it. Shake it, baby.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Do you guys sniff things when, like, I'm a big sniffer. Like, if I pick something up, I'll usually give it a sniff, especially new products. Like, if I get a phone or something like that straight out of the box, I'll give it a sniff. Do you do it, Steve?
Yeah, I think it's like a human instinct because we get so much information from that. It was one of the stories on the podcast. The Dollop was the toxic woman of, Riverside. When she went into hospital and someone drew blood from her and it squirted a little bit of blood, and it sort of missed or stuffed up a bit, and it had a smell to it, and the person smelt it and passed out.
Smelt the blood and passed out.
Yeah. So then after someone's seen that, the other nurse runs over, and her first instinct was to sniff it, and then she passes out. And had there's 2 or 3 other people did it and passed out, and it's like it sounds so fucking stupid, but you kind of understand it as well because there's part of your brain that would go, I've got to know what the hell that was that caused that to happen to the people.
It was like you and I smelling the photochemicals in the garage as a kid,
Yeah.
in the shed. Let's sniff it.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty.
Do a perception check. Hell yeah. Might want. Yeah, there could be rum inside for sure. Although I think that was us. That was a 20 hour previous us. I think we're past licking sticky substances. I think. Hope so.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
All right, let's crack her open.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out, some algae,
What?
and nothing else.
Where's these documents?
Well, damn.
No
This
document.
one's floating because someone found it.
Do you want to do the top one?
No, I mean that's what I'm just supposing that that's why it was floating because someone's already found it and picked it clean.
No documents. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
Do we want to be dramatic or do we want to go the normal? You can choose
I
this
think normal, considering we haven't really needed this. We're just doing it to check.
We'll choose number 1, but number 2 reminds me of Uncle
I think we're
Herb.
generally a little bit too dramatic in front of Kim. That's my only concern with number 2.
Yeah. Do you remember Uncle Herb in The Simpsons where Homer builds the car? And he screams out that he's ruined?
Or think we do.
No, I
This
don't
is a
remember that
small
one.
loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
I have no idea. Do you have any theories, Lieutenant?
Might have been Glacier, might have been the people after her, might have been a local drunk. We should go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time, though you
Oh,
can't
that's-
tell you much at this point.
Yeah, when he gets to design his own car.
Yep.
Don't remember the Uncle Herb bit, but yeah.
We're lucky it's still here.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
Okay. And there was the second episode with Uncle Herb with the Maggie translator. What's this?
Oh, I remember the character now, yeah, because he got ruined in that episode and then built back up as to make it up. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave Homer a second chance. Or no, he borrowed money from the
Yeah.
Simpsons.
He said, "Because you ruined me, can you at least fund me for the next business idea?"
There's something blue over here that I haven't seen before. Oh, money. We're getting money all over the place now. It's great. $5? Oh, out of health.
Oh, that's-
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No, I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Wait, what?
I had a partner once, they called him Eyes because he had to show me things. I don't know what that means.
So like one of those ones that when he finds a horrifying image on the internet, he's got to sort of show it to you without you getting consent.
Like rotten.com back in the 7th grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you still shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
Well, he did miss the strap earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's time now for us to speak to the teenagers. We can fast travel there, which is great. No, we can't. Actually, what were those? What were those quests just then? Help the ravers. Tell Andre. Okay, cool. Call Alice back in a day for the armor's owner.
But that should be today. We should be able to do that because that was Monday.
Hmm.
Oh no, because that's ongoing. It was started. The first bit of the quest was started Monday.
Yeah, true.
That's the bit we're confused about.
Look at this one, Steve. We haven't done that yet either.
Fuck no, we're not going to do that one. That's like getting was one of our first quests was to get a pack of smokes and drink a bottle of liquor, and it's like we weren't going to fucking do that.
Yeah, fair enough. It would match our outfit, just so you know. Although we don't have the hat for the outfit anymore because I foolishly gave it to that girl.
Yeah, so the set's ruined anyway. So
Yeah.
so-
Just know if I didn't give the hat, we would have had to have done it.
fuck no. Do you want to give money for that little shit?
No, but
So you can
I reckon he
just
saw
encourage even
something.
more?
I'm sure he saw something. He's just not telling us. All right, let's go inside the tent. Hello, hello, hello. What's in here then?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
About the church. I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crab man.
Oh, man. Who is he? What did you think?
He seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak.
No matter. Is he going to be a problem? Yeah. Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we going to do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I mean, number 4 is what they really want to know, which is that he wouldn't mind.
Let's do that. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind a nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry.
They love that shit. They love. That's like
Like a Burning Man trait or something like that. Like he'll get out the devil's stick. What's the flame tossing sticks and stuff? Like he seems like that type that would have.
yeah, that or because definitely that. I was thinking of what's the word called for when like something's just like weird for the sake of having people come from out of interest, like
Lynchian.
Yeah, there's that. But like just the fact that people go, oh, there's sometimes when you're high as fuck, you'll see the shadow of a guy climbing. It's really wild, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll choose this one. Don't worry. I think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive...
Yeah, exactly,
now that I
Noid.
think of it.
It's not at all. It's a feature.
To dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Hardcore.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Sooner, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I forgot about that.
This one. Oh, Steve. It's either a you or a verdant tree problem. Either one or two. I'll let you choose whether you want to do it or whether you want him to do it.
Pressing them.
What's that?
Okay, number one, just start pressing them about this.
All right, done. She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place. Feel the love. Get down and feel it.
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
Okay, maybe I'm kind of feeling it.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's
think she'll
settled,
push them a bit
how
more.
did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Yeah, Oda 9. Rocking it or dropping it?
Speaking of pumping, I think it was Saiku that said that it's pumpkin spice latte season, and when I told Lisa, she got super excited, went out to Starbucks, and indeed it is pumpkin spice latte season here too. I haven't had one yet because it wasn't on my cheat day, but man, I plan to. She did not like the idea of the dance club.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
It's like someone on the internet.
What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear she won't leave until her project is finished. I'm thinking we'll go to the bookstore place, we'll find out something about her and we'll get her to leave that way.
But what if they're the bad guys? She might not be the bad guy though.
I don't even know if it's a matter of being good guys or bad guys. It's like they just want to feel the music, probably.
Well, if she's right, but then if she's right, then if there's an alternate motive,
We'll probably find out. We should at least check out the computer.
because you're just believing them over her.
Did she try the iced pumpkin cream chai latte? Hang on, let's start again. Did she try the iced pumpkin cream chai tea latte? That's a mouthful. No, we don't really get cold drinks. I don't see myself ever going and buying an iced coffee or something like that. I'll have a hot coffee even if it's in summer. I think she's of similar mind as well.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with another solution.
Look at you, Honor Man.
Hmm?
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
Hot coffee is amazing. Speaking of Lynchian, Special Agent Dale Cooper, his favorite thing is slice of cherry pie and black coffee, and that is just like, that sings to me. The idea of having both those things together, that's heaven.
The lines in the dark exist, coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Earl Grey is very good too. Though with Earl Grey, I don't really like sugar in my hot drinks. Like, I don't have sugar in coffee or anything like that. But sugar with Earl Grey, just like one sugar and, He-Man skim milk, and we're good to go. Off to the races.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like melodic dance music?
Oh, imagine if we did form a band, converting her from a programmer to a DJ.
Yeah. I think these guys need to be checked out first before we try and move her.
Well, we gotta choose one of these two. What do you reckon, Steve?
Well, there's no real reason to lie, and also...
All right, she absolutely does not.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries, we'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
All right, I think we should say we'll see how it goes, so then we can investigate it at least, rather than. Oh, I refuse to throw out, but I can convince her. Let's do that one.
To suggest you're gonna be rough.
Okay.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastes own the church. What are these ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
Go-to karaoke songs. Steve's is the Real Slim Shady. I would say mine is Crazy Train, Basket Case, and bit of Roy Orbison.
If you don't know what the founding party is,
It's a Slim Shady I've attempted, because I thought I know all the lyrics, this should be fine, but what I didn't realize is rap goes so quickly.
Oh yeah.
Even with a prompt, it's too fast. But so I fucked up hugely, but I got a few laughs because I did some of the motions, like in tune with the lyrics. I
dancing up a
flipped off everyone. I just flipped off everyone at one stage when he goes flipping off this person, that person, or something. The lyrics, something like that, and I flipped everyone off. And one stage I did a Michael Jackson style crotch grab when he talks about grabbing his dick. So I did a little bit of funny stuff, but that went horribly otherwise.
You think it went horribly. We all enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was that, and the other one was the where we at least got some physical stuff to make people entertained. Was, do you remember we went to karaoke once and you and Rob Rowley were like, there was like a love song on it, and you and Rob Rowley were like, you and Johnson should sing it.
That sounds like a good time, yeah.
And both of us were like, we don't know that song, and you've tried to jog our memory, and we're like, we literally have never heard
Endless
this song
Love
before.
it was. I remember. Yeah. Endless Love. You don't know Endless Love? Come on, everybody knows Endless Love.
No, we had never heard that song. It wasn't even just like that song, but I don't know it that well. We had never heard it before at all.
How? It's so popular.
So they convinced us we would know this song, and then when it's playing, we had no idea how to sing it, because if you don't know the song before, then it's like you don't even know the tune or like how to. So we'll just sing. It was almost like when there's a song in a book and you're just saying the words in a sing-song manner because you can't see how they would go together. So we're literally doing that through the whole song. The one redeeming factor was that we got laughs by Spoonie in front of the screen while we were singing.
Oh man, it's so funny because you're right. If you don't know the song, like let's just say that scenario, you and Johnson don't know the song, you're singing two different parts at it. When you've got two different people that don't know any sort of context of how it goes, you're going to be completely different and not in tune with each other.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know how you don't know Endless Love though. It is like, I don't know.
Because like hearing a sense, it's like It's an awful saccharine 70s song. Like, it's not that good.
When you say awful saccharine 70s song, that sounds right up my alley. Let's see. Now, humor me, Andre. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
Good. Now let's talk about something else.
Yes?
I want to ask you about the tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
Wait, I also smell ether. Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No,
Ooh, got some XP from it. It's mixed with a peculiar chemical, like laundry detergent.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share. However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So,
Oh.
not under the influence right now.
What's that engine starting fluid for?
It's for starting engines, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
I love these kinds of answers.
Can I do my best impression of Egghead saying hardcore? We'll talk to Egghead in a second so I can get some material, and then I'll give it a shot.
Is the amiable speed freak becoming a bit cross with you? Sounds like it.
Relax. How's that extra high ether content working for you? Does it do the trick?
I guess it does.
You're not completely satisfied yet.
Good.
Yes. What?
That's all right for
He
now.
nods enthusiastically.
Ooh, what's this?
No doubt, a little relieved.
42%.
Because it probably would have given us some more +1s if we kept probing about the chemicals we were smelling.
I thought that was going down electrochemistry route.
No, I don't think it was investigating. Because it was asking.
We can try it.
Because electrochemistry would fucking butt in whenever it was something to do with it.
Yes.
It was him determining if there's anything nefarious going on.
Starting engines.
Is the
Uh-huh.
amiable speed freak becoming a bit cross with you? Sounds like it.
Do you want to do the relax or go like that's how we went last time, or do you want to know what the engines was?
I also do with engines while we're doing this.
All right, what engines do you start with it?
what's with the goddamn Romangarod earrings? It's cold. The fluids for the generator.
Relax.
I guess it does.
You're not completely satisfied yet.
Okay.
That's what with the ethyl.
You know, maybe the slight scent of ether I felt before is somehow connected to the ethyl ether.
No idea, man.
Didn't go any further. I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
Points to the bottle of nasal spray.
Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
Sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Ooh, what do you reckon here?
I know that she wanted to get, because that sounds like the morale. Is that, do you reckon that's morale or health?
One way to find out. Can I have some?
Sure.
Sweet.
Here you go, officer. The Noser.
That is
Blast away.
Cool. All right. Excellent. Enough
He
of this.
nods enthusiastically.
What do we
No doubt,
need?
a little.
Logic.
Yeah, I told ya. Got some extra +1s.
Oh, we did. Should we look for our clothes and try it, or do you reckon 72 is good enough?
Especially if we're not safe coming, then might as well give us a bit of any edge. Because I don't want to risk missing it.
Logic. Okay, hopefully we can jump back in.
Goodbye, officer.
Logic. Okay, what do we got for logic? Be cool if there was a way to actually sort. Oh. Got the double sunglasses. Oh, logic shirt.
Another good shirt. Another smart shirt.
That's just +1 logic, and that's... It might be worth keeping this shirt, to be honest, because its negative stats are never good. Alright, I think this is as good as we're going to get.
Do you have any negatives on the current clothes for logic?
Only a negative from the bonus from
Oh.
thoughts, but we're still doing pretty good.
Yep.
Alright, let's go.
Hi again. So, how's things going?
Alright, here goes.
A number of things don't
Yes!
add up. Let's take a look. How about gather
Well,
around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather around.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned.
It's weird because his name's Egghead, right? So you'd think he doesn't have hair, and he doesn't look like he's got hair in this, but then you look at this dude and he's got blonde hair. But then, remember when we saw last episode, we saw that there was a lady that was just clearly a man model sitting on the bed, even though it was meant to be an old woman.
So I keep thinking they should be the opposite, because I know that that's the other guy, but like his picture has the light coming from behind his head, which looks. I know he's the fist bumping one, but it makes it seem like he should be the one behind him, the one that's got the light right.
Yeah.
Behind him.
I think these are just anime lines.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Their
the.
would-be leader is less
it's like energy.
amused.
Okay. We've got sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. Let's do that one.
But you still are.
I was good enough at this job to be awarded with the rank of Lieutenant Ifrita. I could be captain, imagine that.
What happened?
Disco happened.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast. Shut it. What? I have. I've said that.
Now, obviously that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent.
One could be an option. Ooh, okay, okay. Steve, what do you reckon? Number 3 is accusing them of making drugs. Number 1 is sort of insinuating that they're not telling the truth.
Yeah, number 2 is not accusing him, but that could just be a probing thing to get him a bit more unsettled.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1's the more factual one because it's we have been told there's something else. I guess 3 is because 3 is kind of obvious what it might be, but that's not necessarily what they're doing.
Well, I feel our check was like being a detective. This is what we've come up with based on the evidence we've seen.
Yeah, so maybe 3 because this is our deduction.
Okay.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker.
One
Take
speaker.
One speaker.
That's a good point.
Oh, hopefully we can say all of these. You have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need the headphones to spin the tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
Nosafed here is an active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
The ethyl ether from blah 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 is good for getting the active agent.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Oh. Saiku, preposterous, against the law, or punishable by summary execution. Number 1, preposterous.
I meant to say, not true.
So, what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act.
Hell
It'll
yeah.
take a lot of pushing.
Let's do this. Okay. Verdant tree? 1 or 2. I don't feel like number 3. We do this lawman style. First you tell me everything, then I pass judgment. Okay.
Or else?
Or else I'll call for backup and haul you off to the pen for starters. Or my cut will be 100%. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cops this side of the river. We'll see. Now speak. Steve?
Yeah. I mean, 1 is an empty threat, but they don't necessarily know that. But that could backfire.
Well, we've got Kim
That's a
outside.
vagueness of 3. I don't like 2 because I don't want us to be a dirty cop.
Yeah.
Where's number 3?
Okay. We'll see. Now speak.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth.
Oh, I think we got it.
Closes it again, then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club
Kimball.
in East Revershoal. Because we are! We totally are! We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
We didn't hear Verdant Tree's ideal karaoke songs, and yours, Saiku, actually. I'd like to hear those, thanks.
But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at all. Whatever you think is right, sir. But please, we were only trying to make a living.
This is it. Judgment time.
We don't... Oh, okay. Okay, Steve, we got to think this through. We don't want number 1 because we don't want the bribes. Pack it up and report it. We can arrest them. Get lost and everyone...
from union members.
No, well, that's... We're deep undercover. Get lost. I don't want to see you again. Let's do this clean. No lab, just club Okay, that could be a good one. It wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to keep the club alive. So number 1 and 5 seem to be out of the question.
I don't know that one. I got it mixed up with Mr. Blue Sky at first, but
Oh, you'd know Mr. Bright. In fact, that is the perfect song for you, Steve. Like,
Really?
legit. The reason being is the entire song is all in one key. So
Okay.
there's no ups and downs. You can sort of just do sort of like, as soon as you hit the mark, you just keep it there, and then you're good to go. Burden Tree, damn it. I was hoping to get away from this. I don't do karaoke. Singing without a band is hard. Karaoke is so good though. So good. Live band karaoke would be the absolute best, but I don't know if that's even a thing. Can you go to a club and do that? Probably not. All right, so Steve, we're either going to arrest them, we're going to evict them, or we're going to proceed with the club but make it clean. Part of me feels like I want to impress Kim.
yeah, like
And-
do we do?
Arrest them, maybe? Like, I'm swaying to arrest them a little bit. But we can scram
I think
them.
for the same reasons, I'm also swinging. Like to me, the two options I like more than the others are 2 and 4. Like we either let them do the club but don't do the drug stuff. But then of course they're gonna do it. Or yeah, arrest them to get some to show that we are a good cop to Kim.
Verdant Tree, can I make an overruling choice? This is my favorite quest in the game, and 4 progresses it. Okay, do you want to do number 4 then? I'm happy if you want 4. We can do it. Makes it easier for us. Let's do it clean.
Yeah! I knew it. It's impossible now.
Huh.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This
Hardcore.
has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
So there never was going to be a club in there.
There needs to be a club for Nordic music. in
Good old
here.
egghead.
Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Right, let's call this incident crime prevention. But I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
Try.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
I love in this universe that there's no records, but they're spinning reels. Like scratching like tape is kind of a weird concept.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way. Goodbye, officer.
Yes. Okay. Hardcore. All right, let's go to the other location. Hopefully we can. Not that one. Where is it? M for map. All right, we can't fast travel there yet. Oh yeah, forgot. There's WASD controls. I wonder if there's WASD controls, then maybe on the console version of this that it's direct stick controls. Does Lisa sing Common People at karaoke? I mean, she loves it. She loves Common People. She loves Disco 2000 much more. Like, that's her favorite song of all time. I don't remember. Like, she does sing for sure, but I don't remember specifically a particular song that she sings. She could probably, I guess, do like Taylor Swift or something like that. I don't know. All right, where were we going? We're going inside the building, up the top. She loves Ben Folds as well. Like Ben Folds and Pulp are her jam. Oh, you know what we have to get at now? It's too dark in here.
Oh, yeah.
We still want to open this, but are we strong enough yet? No, I haven't tried Baldur's Gate with the controller.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric...
-20 because we don't have a strong enough pry bar. Okay, filament machine right here.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Let's hit play again.
Nothing happens.
Let's hit print.
Nothing happens.
What do you mean? Oh, insert.
Like a smooth
Okay.
draw,
Whew.
the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
I love this kind of audio that we're hearing now. It's like so like late 60s, early 70s sci-fi.
Mm.
The speaker comes to life.
It's like a bit in World of the Worlds.
Static
It's like
seeps
that.
through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good evening, Fortress Accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Let's try the password from the production schedule.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's it for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Print.
With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface.
Michael, I mean this question not in jest, but were you old enough to ever experience printers that had the dot matrix printers that had the little what do you call it, like cog holes? Like you could tear off the cog holes. What would you call? Is that what you call it, Steve? Something like that. It's like it's got like a spindle that pulls the paper out, and then you tear it off. The paper was so shit though; it was almost like baking paper. And also the groove, because it was designed so once the printout's done, you can tear off the sides where the cogs were. But it's so shit that when you go to tear, it always deviates off the dotted line, and you end up tearing the.
Yeah.
This is the worst invention.
You have to get a ruler. You could do it if you got a ruler, and then that would allow you to rip them off quickly without ripping into the paper. But then the other sides of the paper is then rough because there was that dotted line you were supposed to rip on.
Yeah. And I don't even think this was pre-A4 sizing as well. I don't think the pages were set to any particular.
I sort of have vague memory that they felt wrong. The size it was like almost A4, but they've always felt a bit wrong.
Yeah. Kind of like if you turned an A4 landscape and then tore off an inch. This is weird.
Yeah, up the side. Like it was always a bit thinner.
It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
Let's read about the workforce.
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists?
Yeah, wait, why did the radio game need artists?
It didn't.
Was this a like a laundering kind of thing?
No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a internal passive-aggressive rant about their own development.
Oh, I don't know. For me, I was kind of thinking that it lines up a little bit with the union workers and how the mob boss.
Yeah. Initially, I thought that when it said about workforce, but I feel there's like the first mention of the producer being overburdened. It's like, wait, was this written by the producer? But then you mentioned him taking drugs to get out of his obligations. It's like, it sounds like a writer having a dig, and now it's having a dig at the concept artists.
Skim through the production schedule.
The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
Because of the concept artists?
Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers, with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches.
It's writers.
The project was too large, and no
and concept artists
could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development
I guess it
team.
might not be with the company that made this, but previous companies. Like someone's come from a previous company and gone, I'm going to dump. I'm going to take shots at my old company without even not mention who it is. Yeah, you know you are.
They tried
Project Accident could be very close to whoever the company was.
In their bank account.
That probably rings true to a lot of devs.
Yeah.
They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination.
But then, if this person has that attitude over writers and concept artists and stuff, then to me they're kind of the bad element. Someone who's like worked at a game studio that sort of went, I don't think we went that bad, but went in a direction that I wanted to get out. Like the thing I noticed was there's a lot more competitiveness between the skills sets. Because that's one of my favorite things about working in the game industry was dealing with artists. Like our brains work so much differently, but like dealing with them, seeing how they work and working together. And then I noticed, there was this growing division between the programmers and the artists and the designers. So that's, I would imagine this, like in my mind, that could have happened, but also this person that was writing this is probably part of the bad element.
Done by their own ambition.
No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
You what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswav Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
This is some insane shit. Who were these people?
The world had never seen their kind before, and might never again.
How many heads were there?
So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
How many combinations could you make out of that?
Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
Yeah, how bad could it be?
Refresh the mainframe.
I could scroll on the side, but I'm not gonna.
Yes. This is a bit ridiculous though, because that
I need one of those. My work mouse, this one here, has one of those free ones that you can click the button in and spin it and just stays spinning for ages. I need one of them.
oh, okay. I'm dubious that
Dubious at what?
like I sort of get the joke of just constantly having numbers, but that's just one line of that is an incredibly huge number for it to keep going like that. Like, how's it storing that? How's it calculating that? Like, it's a bit too big a number.
The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently, his arms folded tight against his chest.
Getting there. Do I keep going or what have I done? I'll let you decide, Steve.
We sort of get the joke.
Steve's pissed off. He doesn't like the joke. What have I done? Oh shit, doesn't matter. It keeps going anyway. Thing is, it could be a real calculation. If it's a real calculation, maybe just...
But the number, just from a few lines of that, the number's already astronomical, and then it just keeps going. Like,
well, it's 10,000
10,000
squared. Actually, if it's 10,000 to the power of 10,000, then there would be no... Like, the numbers would be ones and zeros. There wouldn't be any...
Yeah, that's also the other thing I was thinking
What
of.
if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop?
Oh, we could let the numbers wash over us, though. It could be a morale boost.
The random smattering against a numpad numbers. Because that doesn't represent anything.
I'm going to use this now. Oh, here we go. We got zeros.
That's it.
Okay, so that's it. What did them in?
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
The what now?
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air?
When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
Do you think... So nowadays, obviously, game developers would be using the cloud to save all their code and shit, right? Like, that's just like probably an Amazon server or something like that.
Yeah, even in my day, it was a source code repository, offsite source code repository.
Exactly. So do you think there's some sort of insurance in it that if something does go wrong and all the data is lost, let's just say, I mean, they've probably got multiple like server room locations in different sites, data centers in different sites. But let's just say the worst case scenario happens and all 5 data centers were destroyed and they lost all their data. Do you think these companies would have some sort of insurance to cover the costs of that? Like, there'd be a lot of... I don't know.
I sort of wondered about... I've had the thought of cloud-based stuff, like especially when I listen to the Amazon person talk about the like data loss stuff. Like the risk of data loss is so subliminally small. But I'm not sure, because like games is probably even smaller than... Because the thing with cloud computing is it's more important stuff than games on the cloud systems.
Yeah, of course.
Like because like with source code, like we always like at the game industry, even though off-site source repository may not even have multiple copies, but the idea was even if the remote one went down, that protects you against the building is on fire, so every computer gets fried. If their one goes down, then like we lose a bit of the history, but everyone's got a copy of the game on their computer, all the code. So it's like it's naturally distributed in a way that's not too bad. Whereas the cloud computing, there's like so much business stuff that's extremely critical. But yeah, I think they've just got licensing terms of services that are like they're guaranteed to have a certain percentage or certain safety, but within that, any data loss is on you.
Right. Yeah, I suppose that's what you'd have to do.
But that sort of surprises me because it's like, yeah, there's so many. Yeah, but then that's safer than doing anything yourself. But it always makes me think of like, yeah, what if every data center of Amazon went down in such a way that a tenth of their customers lost all the files, say, or all the databases. That can be catastrophic for business applications more than games. Because yeah, like I said, games, it's not too bad. The code's everywhere on everyone's computer, so you don't lose much.
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
Which I think is the lady we've already met. What does it say?
S. Lukanen Kilda,
Yep.
the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the spare refrigerator near where I went to sleep.
Oh, we stored the dead
It was
body!
perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
Yeah, we
Did we
did store
take
it.
something out before we put the body in? I can't remember.
No, there's probably going to be some body juices in that code. Not very convincing.
Her former colleagues would agree with you.
Is there anything else?
The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
We can go check out the fridge again.
But it'd be funny if she went back to check the backup
And found
and
the
opened
body.
the fridge and there's a dead body in there.
Hell, she could have almost got the boots that we're wearing right now.
Yeah.
Read about Capital.
In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished.
Gosh, where did they get all this money?
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor.
Let's read the notes at the end.
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location.
So the church is. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is what I'm getting from this story. Is they were backing up their data to some location, and the data waves, I use in air quotes, traveled through past the church, and all of the data was lost in that empty spot.
Yeah. Or possibly the empty spot could be because the Mercs, because we still, even though they're not there now, the Mercs were set up in the church, weren't they?
It didn't say that. I think we just assumed that because that last Merc had a sky, like a line of sight to where we were and was keeping dibs on us.
Yeah,
And so
the kids also mentioned the Mercs. I think maybe gone now, but
I remember
I think
that.
they mentioned them a second time recently. But if they were set up there, they could have run something. They could have been operating some military equipment. That,
Kind of like an EMP like mobile
or
EMP
like
or
or
something.
like or their own communication thing that then interrupted the communications from the game developers, maybe.
I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Sombrun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Sambrun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said.
Yes.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Alright, so we've got a lot of... I think we can go speak... Oh, what's this? What's the... Oh, it looks like there's some... Oh, does this tell us where... Hang on, I'm not sure. What is this for? Is this just telling us the checks that we've passed? I'm not too sure. Let's go down to the bare refrigerator and see if there's anything else in there. Maybe with our perception we can find it now that we know.
Yeah.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
They're the ones that we've found but haven't succeeded. Okay, interesting.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge or the decomposing body in it.
There's no decomposing body in there anymore.
The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even under this stench, you can feel it.
Okay, maybe not. Let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
Oh, yeah, I see. So there is... Okay, let's see. Convince him. 58%. If we can get some clothes to put on some Inland Empire, let's have a look. I feel that we'd be wearing inland stuff anyway, because that's our stat that we kind of like. Do you reckon we go for a 58% check?
Good. I don't know what we gain from it, because I think that check is like just more of our character kind of being a weirdo.
Yeah, I kind of like it though, because it's not really offensive to anyone. I'm gonna go for it. Oh,
Only banal things strike you.
fucking hell.
At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul.
Oh,
One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
okay. We'll pop one of these. What was this again? Is this? Oh, that's where the gun was found. Okay, so let's fast travel back to the church. Go inside the church. Oh. You know what? I'll be back in one quick second. I just need to refill my water. Steve, if you want to vamp for a tick?
Yeah. Don't do that about. Been playing Sea of Thieves, Roundblade Bannerlords, and Baldur's Gate 1. About the I think Vertigo, you said you played it and struggled. I'm not sure the best way to play it because I do it in a very. I both use save scumming, but also I play in a very. I felt with like Baldur's Gate, there's no way to protect yourself from damage in encounters. So if you just keep jumping into battles, you just end up being whittled down. I don't know if the proper way you're supposed to play it is have rests constantly, like rest your party. But the way I play them, 1 and 2, is turn off their AI so they don't attack normally because I'll break formation, and have all my guys line up so there's a front row of bruisers and then a back row of skirmishers or mages, and then have usually the rogue so they can check for traps at the same time, but have the rogue try to aggro and kite off one of the, if there's a group of people one at a time, and you kite them back, beat them up. If any of you guys take a hit, I'll reload, because those hits just, because you've got to get hell of healing stuff, those hits just all sum up. So try to do them one at a time in a way that my guys aren't getting hit as they do it, and you just scroll. Yeah, basically my method isn't the most exciting because it's just crawling through the thing. Yeah, that's number one. Must have been brutal because these hands edition allows you to change your difficulty. So I've gone on normal, which I think might be even easier than the original because it's like it says 50% less damage. So it's already seems like a little bit easier, and even then I've dropped it down to easy a couple of times, which gives you 25% receive 25% damage, and your luck is boosted, so it's like they're doing flukes as well. And I've dropped it down to two. Dropped it down to easy twice in order to get past an encounter, but otherwise, yeah, just pushing past everything. Yeah, which that'd be good, but I can't even figure out a way to get everything set up so that you can just sort of charge through it.
All right.
The fact that AI is turned on automatically suggests that I'm doing it not the normal way. The micromanaging I'm doing isn't the normal way, but that's the way I sort of get through those games. That said, I haven't finished them either, so it's not necessarily the correct way to play them.
I grabbed some popcorn also. All right, let's talk to the lady.
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked with Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make it work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Okay, got your message.
Good.
Ooh. Suggestion. Keep that in mind. Suggestion clothes. Oh. Physical instrument. Didn't we need that before? Oh no, it was interfacing. Never mind. Oh, suggestion. Put this jacket on quickly. Yep. This might be it. Empathy. Okay, let's see.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, let's do it.
Easy. When her research is done,
Yes.
she can move out.
Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Is there something I can help with?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to be here.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right.
Yes.
Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Oh, we're just there. Oh, no. Okay. By your old workspace, do you mean in the Doom commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Actually, I've already been there.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge.
Oh, we couldn't have picked it up
Just go
when
and
we...
get it.
Because I knew our character Neil was there when we were last visiting there.
That's actually where we found it originally, I remember. That's how we managed to put it in the machine.
In in the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes.
It's not there anymore, I'm sure of it.
You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
Oh, I found a note from the ice bear fridge saying the offsite has been moved to a safer place.
Wait, a note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said an offsite copy has been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Solislaw.
Jariza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jariza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads.
You gonna get us to play a 5e game?
Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
Okay.
And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
By the way, we put a dead body in the fridge.
Wait, what? Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
Whose body is it?
Don't worry, I put it in there temporarily. It's part of an official police investigation.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge.
Yeah, that's what I said in the first place.
Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
We would appreciate it if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't care.
I found the ice cream maker. Thank goodness it remembers this already. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
Steve's always hiding his code in ice bear fridges with bodies in it.
Yeah, definitely. It's like most programs like an adventure game where we're
Thanks.
trying to get into stuff, trying to break into ice cream makers, storing backups in random fridges in abandoned districts.
And here's my Qualsund multi-tool.
Yes!
You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If
Yes!
you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
Yeah, that paid off in a big way.
It did. Finally. Where's the multi-tool? Know what that is? It is. Whoa! Hang on, and then if I put the other thing in my... Where is it? What is that? Okay. Interesting. Put this one in this torch hand. Look at us! Walking around with these two big things. The music here almost sounds like Psycho Mantis. Can we think of any other places we needed to use the multi-tool on?
Next, I know there were a few. I think there's a door. No, did we ended up opening a door? Yeah, the Uniboss wanted us to open. I thought there was another door that.
No.
Yeah, I know there's others. I can't think of them though.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Physical instrument. I think we've got a bunch of stuff for that.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Okay. Physical instrument. Man, we're changing clothes so quick. Okay. We've got to use this awesome t-shirt. Too many negatives with that t-shirt. Come on, that can't be the only thing, surely. -2 on physical instrument. I think we're fucked. I don't know what we're going to do.
This orange machine is
42% is not good.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an
Well,
electric
could do a bit
freezer.
of saves
The
coming
ice
just for
around
this
it
check.
slowly melting.
That'd sort of break the idea of it, though. Bertrand, you've done this before. Is there any other way we can bolster our physical instrument? Unless we'd actually physically have to put a stat in there. Yeah, I got the tool equipped. There it is there. Oh, the shipping container might be the other thing we could use the multi-tool on.
Yeah, because I thought we were trying to convince it open, but I couldn't remember if there was... Or that was another thing we were waiting for a better tool.
Is there any... Where's all of our drugs and stuff kept? Oh, here. Would physique... Would that help our physical instrument? I don't know.
What do those do? Do those temporarily raise the level? You
What
check
is...
the grid, because physics is a whole lot row, isn't it? Of those skills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, physical instrument is in the physique row.
All
I
right.
guess it would.
So this is not the same as save scumming. I'm just going to test to see what... Because there's no explanation to what it does. So I'm going to drink some alcohol just to see if it does bump it up. And if it doesn't, I'll reload it from there. It's going to hurt us quite a bit though, but...
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself
shit.
a bottle.
Oh!
Okay, that was a bad mistake.
Here's where the magic happens. Light reflects off the green glass of the Commodore red. The gods have been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention.
It was
You've been
48%,
there
right?
before. Welcome
Yeah.
back, detective. You're home now. You see a flash of teeth.
Maybe
A
42.
young woman smiling at you near some railway overpass in your ruined past. She is gorgeous, and she is yours.
What will be the repercussions if I take a sip?
Nothing. Some mental stuff. Nothing to be worried about. Physically, you'll be strong as an ox.
I don't trust your electrochemistry.
Still got to test it.
A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess.
Oh, we had one drink
So
and got
does
XP.
your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale. And remember,
From the void we came, And to the void we must return.
It was just a sip. We didn't drink too much. Okay. So if we look at this again.
Orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Oh, hang on. We forgot to put the thing back on.
This orange machine is
Oh, it is
dead
better.
still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Do we try it? If we fail on 58% though, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, here goes.
Ice
Fuck
squeeze
off.
the Kavalzund multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before. And it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger.
I can maybe reload so we don't got drunk, and then also have maybe one more go.
Gonna reload
If we don't
because
fully-
now we know that we can drink alcohol to do that. Although then, what do you think, Steve? Because then we got some XP as well from taking a drink.
Yeah, but we lost morale for it. We actually did tick it off the quest because we got XP because there was a quest item.
Hmm.
And it seems disappointing to then drink and then still fuck it up.
Let's look at our quest log, see what else we can do then. Go speak to Noid and Egghead. Get the 2 signatures. Could try that. Find booze and drink it. Smokes to smoke them. Get another reality lowdown. What do you want to explore, Steve?
Those are just next general quest stuff.
Make Titus give up Ruby's location. We could try that too.
It's you again. What is it?
Okay, I talked to Classy. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Oh, here we go. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it. What do you reckon? You reckon that's a good one?
It's a little bit dramatic.
But that is the case. Because remember, if we don't solve the murder, the mercenaries are going to kill everybody.
Yeah, but then you don't necessarily say that. Like, it's still dramatic to...
I'm thinking maybe
Also, he's kind of one of the sides of the Civil War, so why does he care?
number 2 would be a good one.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was sort of thinking of.
Michael, what do you think?
Because you're not sort of... Because if you say that you're suspecting her then of the murder, then that's going to make you not want to give her up, but to suggest that, yeah, you're just not actually suspecting her.
I'm thinking either number 2 or... I think maybe leveling with him would be a good idea. And it's direct. It's not saying that Ruby is the killer. It's just leading us to find out who it might be. Let's do that one.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
That didn't go well.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
Brutal.
I think we'll keep sticking around.
Oh, that's not bad.
You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Logic. Can we increase our logic? We should definitely take a look. $83, while good, it could be XCOM percentages.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we got a delicious shirt already. That'll increase it a bit. What's this one? Suggestion half light. Let's put that back on. Logic. Okay, I think this is the best logic we're going to get. So let's go for
It's
it.
you again. What is it?
Come on. Here we go. 92. Come on.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze.
Did it.
Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here all night with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here during all that time.
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet?
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again.
Already know what it is.
Yeah.
Or a super cop.
And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
There is a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator.
Oh, there is.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, the door leads straight out to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumb waiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Back this route up. Oh yeah, I also found footprints in the old workshop.
Footprints. Recent.
Let's see. Yeah, a week or two.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that, Cobb.
Okay.
Good news is, I'm still listening.
You seen the winch out the back?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there?
That's right.
That's wall mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
There were pinball machines in the workshop, still operational.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Just an observation.
He makes a gruff gesture for you to continue.
Guess what? Remember that key I found here?
I don't like guessing, Cobb. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here with you all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old. Faded. It had been there for 20 years at least.
She could have put it back there when she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
You do agree that the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
Oh. So we were thinking sniper all along. But that's interesting. Have we firmly established Ruby could have been the one?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out.
Okay.
That's what we established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Ruby's got our gun for sure.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt.
Okay.
In the shape of a gun.
I've analyzed the bullet that killed him. It was jacketed.
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory. If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
Yeah, if she's a gun smuggler, then just because it's rare doesn't mean she can't get it.
Calm. That's exactly what it means.
That wasn't strong.
Fuck. We already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she'd have no trouble getting a gun.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roidheads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
He must be referenced in some past case of theirs.
Hmm.
He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her.
You lost your gun?
Oops. Mm-hmm.
What an idiot!
But it can't be the murder weapon because we went there.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
No.
Of course not.
Alf?
Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Thank you, Kim. Didn't say I'd prove that she had the murder weapon. We just need to find her.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
No, we haven't got our gun back yet. We know a woman's got it.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive.
Oh, okay.
The last component.
It's not why did she kill him. It's why did she organize a cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to
Claudia.
another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Let's do Eugene. Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing a murder?
The man is silent.
Oh yeah, cop that.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely.
Huh.
And she skipped town. This is good.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods.
Yes.
A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
You know what's pretty foul? Chewing tobacco. Like, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, Stephen and Verdantry, I don't think we have chewing tobacco in Australia. I've never seen it in my life, not once.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's technically at like a tobacco store, but I haven't seen anyone use it.
Yeah.
It's hard to say because I like the idea of like I like in westerns when they're doing it, like if there's something neat or like Kill Bill, like
the spit in the spittoon.
Yeah, but I'm imagining in real life it's gross. I can't picture what it would be like in real life, but I guess it go either way. I'm assuming it would be gross in real life because it is tobacco still and.
Oh, that is so disgusting, Psycho. I saw something similar in Hawaii, a guy on the bus, and I didn't know what it was, but now you saying that makes me realize what it is. He just had like a plastic, maybe like a Mountain Dew bottle or a Coke or Pepsi bottle, and was just spitting into it constantly. But I had never seen that before and just thought it was just being gross. Okay, cool.
I guess that's the other version because I've seen like either a TV show or a movie where someone's spitting into a can as they're chewing tobacco.
It's good to know, Verdantry. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, can you not just not drink the juice? Do you have to spit it out on the floor? I don't even know.
I think it's because like, probably makes you sick if you're constantly swallowing it. Because it is like tobacco.
Well, fucking did him, Steve. If you're going to do a dirty habit, you fucking take it all the way to the end. I still think that smokers should eat their cigarette butts once they're done. Like that's how much it's gross.
Because that is something, like we said, but if you mix it up, that is something that sometimes happens. Like someone's using a can to put butts in, and then someone else picks it up and drinks it.
Yeah, there was I think Dan Reichert was telling a story about his dad Paul that was doing the same thing. Like he had put out a cigarette into his drink, and then later went back to it and drank it, and realized what he had done. But then he to be a man, air quotes, kept drinking from it because it's only a cigarette. It's not going to harm you. Yeah, smoking and vaping. Yeah, vaping is just as bad for the lungs as smoking. It just tastes better.
It's also it's one of those things where the chemical that's been proven, it took fucking decades to prove that it causes cancer isn't technically in there, so I think it's okay, but it's like there's any number of chemicals that are in vaping that
yeah,
even more horrible. They're just not proven to be horrible. When they are proven to be horrible, the vapors just change the chemicals.
I also think it's just the liquid content in your lungs as well. Not even just the chemicals, but the fact that you got liquids constantly going in there. Popcorn lung is something I haven't looked into what that means, but I understand it.
I think that, yeah, that's the thing. Like any sort of smoke is bad and cancer causing because damaging the same cells over and over again is one of the ways that causes cancer. Because every time they heal, there's a chance that there's an error in the where they're stitched together, although they heal, and so any cell can turn cancerous when it's trying to heal, and
yeah,
that's usually where it comes from. But so you can switch it with vaping, but yeah, it's still the fact that you're breathing smoke constantly, causes the same problems.
You know, it's funny you should say that because last night when I was trying to go to sleep, I was watching this doctor YouTube thing. He was talking about when you get sunburn, your cells technically commit suicide to stop the radiation from actually deforming them. Like they actually do cell death which is where you feel the pain from it. It's a preservation tactic so you don't get cancers and things. But then obviously you can get cancers if it doesn't always work.
Yeah.
But that's the function. Vaping on the bus.
The melanomas are the same, where it's like, the healing process over and over again on the same cells can cause problems.
So gross.
This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want.
Okay.
I don't know where she went. She just got out.
Remember, I won't name the person, but we had a gathering at your place, and someone wanted to smoke marijuana vapor.
Yeah, I know who that person is.
and Lisa was against it, but he's like, no, it's a vapor, so you can't smell it, and it just sort of goes into the ether, like.
Oh, in the house, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, in the house.
Yeah. There's no smoking of any.
Lying, because Lisa was so pissed because it's like, I can fucking smell it. It's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, because I think the what do you call it?
The person smoking it can't tell, but everyone else, it's like, it's just like not as bad as probably smoking raw marijuana, but it's still, to everyone else, it's like we can smell the things that you can't because you're in the center of it.
Yeah. This particular person is a sand dealer by trade anyway, so he'll sell you anything.
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps.
Ooh, 70.
Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though.
Oh, we leveled up.
Make sure of that.
We could technically put a point into our strength to try and get that fridge open. It's at least.
Oh, yeah.
But before we level up, we go and try it first. If we pass, yay. If we fail, damn. We then add the point, and then we can do it again. Oh, you have a solution? Okay, we'll finish this conversation and we'll definitely do it. When did she... It better not be fucking speed and gin.
No.
Because that's not a solution that's happening.
Uh-huh.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
I don't have Eldritch Blast because I'm not a warlock. What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me personally?
Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Fair enough. That does sound like me.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
And the hole in his heart.
Why not? You suck on that gun like someone tore you a brand new asshole.
Don't forget Funny Tie too.
How can I forget?
Yep.
You and I are going to dance in the moonlight under a billion stars.
The necktie is also the same voice actor that does old Harry Dubois.
Okay.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
That reminds me, Lisa's out at the moment because she's doing a book signing. No, she's not doing a book signing. She's at a book signing for.
She's a writer.
Well, she is a writer. She's actually had a published book before, but that was like she used to do high school education books and things like that. But anyway, she's at a friend's book launch, and so she's there for moral support. And another one of the friends that is there for moral support is Hugh Jackman's sister-in-law, which Lisa's very good friends with. And it's so weird because we had this conversation yesterday because when Lisa went and had lunch with this person, I'm not going to say the names, but she went and had lunch with this person. She said that the thing that she remembers about me, because I haven't seen her in probably about 6 years or something like that, is I was telling her how to acquire movies illegally. But the thing is, she asked me if I knew a way, this was back then, asked me if I knew a way to actually get movies and things like that for free online. But the irony is she's like the sister-in-law of like Australia, one of Australia's most famous actors. Oh, it's so weird. She's such a kooky lady though. She's great. And that you won't stop.
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock. That you're a human can opener. That you play suspects against each other. Open them up. Like cans.
Oh, wow. We sound pretty good.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it. Whack him. Or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught Pete. But
What
she
if...
was too scared.
I've got an idea. What if she does have her gun, but not to use it, but more of a sort of...
protection.
Not even... Yeah, not
Or
protection
to
from
take
being
us down
shot.
to deal with the threat. Yeah.
It's kind of like an anti-blackmail kind of... Or maybe she wants to blackmail us to get off our... Like, get us off her back or something like that.
Or make it so we're incapable of doing police work. Like, interfere with our ability to do police work by taking our gun.
Yeah, maybe.
Scared. You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you, a metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
It's funny that Titus has an American accent, but he's talking about lorries, like trucks.
Yeah. That reminded me of the Indiana Jones.
We won't either.
She knows 5 languages and she'll blend in, disappear.
Have you seen the new Indiana Jones yet? Dial of Destiny?
No, I sort of want to.
I want to as well. I'll wait until it becomes available, like for home rental and things like that.
No, I think I know what you mean. Speaking of the conversation point with Hugh Jackman's sister-in-law.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
Well, if she wants to see Dial of Destiny, maybe I'll hook her up. Well, no, I mean, maybe she'll hook me up.
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have
It's
you looked?
available in a
More
certain spot
precisely.
that we both have access to.
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here. I'm thinking she's there.
Are you thinking of some sort of water beast, Steve? If that's what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay, thought so.
Some sort of part of a...
Two kinds of animals mixed together?
Yeah. Two types of aquatic animal concepts together.
Yeah. Past the waterlock. She's not here. Okay, cool. So it's obviously she will be over near the fish towns, if anywhere.
I wonder if I already talked to her. Like, is she the
old
Actually,
lady
with
washing our jacket?
Yeah, or she wouldn't be with because there's the boxer, the one where we talked about a boxer for no particular reason with her. She wouldn't be that person.
No, I wouldn't think so. Verdantree knows, though. Can you tell me on the coast where I should start looking?
Sure. There's some shit houses there. A cinder block town. Fisher folk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked.
Okay, this is good.
I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
Okay.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
It's Kuno! Holy shit! It's been Kuno this whole time? Or Kuno S? Do you know what she's doing with Uline frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea.
That would be a really good
You're
thing.
like, don't tell me those Hardy boys fucked me up. Fucking Kuno, you gotta protect me.
It's like in the typical murder mystery, right? You've already met the killer when you were actually watching it, and you find out at the end.
Yeah.
She said she's building a pale emitter.
Pale emitter?
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out. Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring.
Oh, nice.
Like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
Speaking of holding a hand of polished granite, you guys need to check out the horror movie that's in the cinema at the moment called Talk to Me. It was so good. So good. So refreshing compared to the usual shit that's out there. Do it. I went to the Sun, Steve, to go and see it.
Okay.
And the theater, I can't remember what it's called, the Scarlet or something like that, but it focuses on the seating to be like couches, so couples can sit.
So it's like gold class.
No, all the seats are kind of couchy anyway, but this is particularly sets of 2 seats,
Okay.
They're not like recliners or anything. They're just really comfortable leather couches. But what we found is when we booked our seat, we found the right spot to look at the thing, but we were off by one. So it means that everyone was off by one. So it meant that I was sitting next to a random girl. Lisa was sitting next to a random guy. Like it was like out of sync in the chain. It was really weird. Do you have the Alamo? What? Do you have Alamo Draft House or Movie Tavern places? Yeah. This is one of those, Psycho, the Sun. It's really, really good. Probably the number one cinema I would go to, with the backup being the more like the Hoyts and the Villages, which are kind of what do you call them, Steve? Like corporations.
Corporation ones, yeah.
Yeah, and they're shit.
There's the Crown ones. The Crown ones, which has the gold class, which is probably the ones you're talking about, where it's recliner chairs and then you can order proper food and they bring it out to you. And it's like only a few seats. So those are the prestige ones. And the Crown is the casino that came in 20, 30 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Gambling used to be illegal. Well, poker betting used to be illegal. We used to not have a casino up until a certain point, and then that place was added, and now we're one of those places. And now we've got a huge casino, and every pub has a pokies section.
Yeah, check that place out there, Psycho. It's really cool. So it's been around. My dad told me. Now my dad is in his 70s. He's probably, all right, let's just say early mid 70s, and he said that when he was 4 years old, he went to the Sun. So it's a place that's
it's
been around
forever. It was an old
forever.
theater, but it closed down, and then a guy that bought like a whole bunch of movie theater stuff, like as a collector. He was looking for a place to store it, and that theater was cheap, and he bought it just as it goes, well, fuck it, I'll buy it and put all my shit in it. And then once Age is gone, I could just flat out play movies here, because I've already got the stuff. So he sort of slid into it, but yeah, it's like a movie connoisseur, fan person, made up the theater.
I also
I think it was The Hateful Eight was doing the rounds. I played in some theater, and what's his name, the director, Tarantino, personally visited the place and talked to everyone at the first showing at the Sun Theater because he really liked the theater.
Yeah, because I think they also did it on real, like, with an 8mm film or something, because one of the things is about the Sun, it was actually, according to what I've read and so forth, it was the first digital cinema in Australia. So even before, like, the big chains, they were still using the reels. This became digital, but they also still had the real projectors in some of the theaters as well. And I'm pretty sure what you said, Steve, with Quentin Tarantino was the real rather than a digital version of it.
Because that was part of the initial tour, was just to, I think it was 8mm only, or real only places. And I think it's a mixture of the fact they had an old projector, and he was impressed with the theater that he came in and just had this in-person performance.
But you're right, Psycho, about those kind of theaters or cinemas, whatever you want to call them. They're great because they treat you like an adult. Like, you can have a beer, you can have a glass of wine, things like that, with no one sort of poo-pooing you. One thing about those places that is better than everything is they have homemade choc tops. Don't know if you call them choc tops in the US, but it's basically just an ice cream cone that's whatever flavor, but then covered in like hard chocolate, and then there's usually like a candy on top of it.
Yeah, because I think even choc tops is very specific, because I've noticed the terminology has changed. Like, we call it choc tops because Gastor used to call them that, but I've noticed that changes. It's like choc ice, I think they're usually called.
Giant Twins? I don't know what that is.
That's not the one.
No, I know. I've always called them choc tops because Village calls them choc tops as well, and so does Asta does, but the Sun is definitely choc tops too. They have alcoholic choc tops. That's hard to say. Alcoholic choc tops as well, which is really good, like Bailey's or Kahlua, things like that.
Probably because I thought I knew what a Giant Twin was, but I realized I mixed up with. Remember they used to have choc tops where they'd have a piece of flake sticking out of it.
Yep.
And the chocolate that they drizzle on top covered the flake as well. I thought it was that, but that's not. That wouldn't be the same thing.
It's a vanilla ice cream with a thin chocolate coating in a long bar form, like a Eskimo pie, that kind of thing. I think that's what they're called. Or an ice cream sandwich, where it's it almost looks like a mattress, like a brown mattress. I guess Maxibons are similar to that, but I don't really like Maxibons. They got a real weird funk about them.
I don't really like them, although I don't enjoy the chocolate end of it. Like, I eat that first. I don't particularly like it, but I don't think it's bad. Once it's down to the cookie and ice cream, that's when it's really good for me.
What if we put the pry bar in the other hand, so we're just maxed out in pry materials?
Just use both leverage things at once.
It's like when you get two spanners together and you put it in like a padlock, and then you push them together and it forces it open. All right, quick saving. What was it that we needed?
Orange machine is dead still.
Physical instrument. Clothes, back to the clothing. What was the physical instrument again? Man, it'd be nice if they had a better way to sort the gear. Like maybe you could just type what you want. Okay, that was physical instrument, and it was the singlet, wasn't it? I think that was it.
This orange machine is
42%. So what we can do is try it. If it fails, we'll level up our physical instrument and do it from there. Come on.
Ice speaks beneath your Kavalzund multi-tool, and it's already unplugged.
Okay. Physical instrument. Let's do it.
Yeah, I've never seen them. The twin bars.
I'm gonna have a look quickly. Yeah, I've never heard of that in my life. Seems alright though. Seems nice and thick. Alright, we've leveled up physical instrument.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand ice
Yes!
howls under the strain of your giant Kavalzund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory.
You know what we could do now as well?
Off-site copy written on its side.
We could sell the old filament that we've already read to the pawn shop, get $50 out of it.
Oh.
And then hand this one in. What? No ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding.
The first non-serious thing you said.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan killed as soon as possible.
You should check out a
I'm not
Buffalo
sure how
Bill,
well
Saki.
unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
We should probably check it out, right? Will she know? Probably not. We can at least steal the old one. Oh.
The bear's eyes are still...
I thought that was the door. What's that, Steve?
Sorry, that was a technical problem.
We don't have... We've got to put the torch back in our hands. Okay. If we can take the filament...
Tiles on the cube are still small. The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Okay. Do we... Verdant Tree, I'm going to just give you this one. Do we insert the offsite copy and have a cheeky look? Or do we just go hand it off? Because I'd hate for it to... We put it in and we can't eject it. Like that was the fear as a kid when you put a VHS tape into a VCR and it doesn't eject properly.
Yeah, I think the TMNT ice cream things might be similar because I think I've vaguely remember them. I think they're pretty close to Buffalo Bills.
Like a smooth.
There was a Garfield ice cream that was like it too.
Slides into place.
Oh yeah.
On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
All right, play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good evening. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeat Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the offside copy?
Would it be the same password?
Password? Yeah, we could try.
Good. Please repeat the password. No, that's not it.
Okay.
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then?
She's gonna know that we've looked at it.
Received.
No, don't register it.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still. The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
The question is, do we need the password? Do we really need to look at this, or can we hand it off?
I mean, we can hand it off, but in terms of seeing content, it might be interesting if we. I don't know if we want to delay long enough to, because without knowing how to get the password, I don't know if we want to delay long enough to figure it out, as opposed to just panicking in.
Yeah, because I would say that I don't really care too much about her game development. Oh, hello. Hi. How you doing? Look who's here. Little Rams. You gonna walk on here? Let's see if we can, what's this? Good go. Oh, kisses. Okay, what were we doing? We'll go over to the church. Where are you walking? Yeah, we were just handing off, right? We don't really care too much about what is on the... Oh, that's right. We're going to go to the... I'm going to quickly go to the pawn store. Lisa's got an hoodie that she wears because it's really, like, she gets cold very, very easily. And Ramen has been stealing it. So Lisa will get home from work wanting to wear it, but then Ramen says to sleep on it.
I'm assuming it's just me that would just pick the thing up anyway and say, get off that.
Oh, no way. You could never do that. That's horrible, Steve.
Still fall asleep again.
Yeah, I know, but that's...
Hello, hello.
Would you basically do the magician trick with a tablecloth with one of your rats and just...
Not in a way that hurts it, but I would... If a rat was sleeping on something I needed, I would pick it up and take the thing away and drop the rat again.
Let's see. I have something else to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell... I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Not the off-site. Production schedule. We can get rid of that. We can also get rid of this jerry can. What's this? Oh no, we like that die. Photo of a happy couple. Yeah, fuck it. Alright. Cool.
Another time, Pat.
With the, I was going to ask with Hugh Jackman's sister-in-law, did you know, like, because I don't, Not that I actually want it, but did you like have an answer for her? I actually must have if she remembered that.
I told her how people do it.
I guess it's just a general
Yeah,
how people do it.
exactly. I didn't give her this is what you need to do. You need to go this, download this, do that. It was just basically the concept.
Yep.
So it was real weird because when Lisa spoke to her yesterday, she goes, "Is Anton still good with those servers?" And I had no idea what Lisa was talking about. I said, well, what does that mean? She goes, "Oh, because she asked you about acquiring movies last time." I said, "Oh, okay, makes sense." No, I didn't sell the offsite copy. See, got the offsite copy here. Okay, now we go to. We can't. It's weird that you can't fast travel until. Still can't fast travel. What? Yeah, we sold the old shitty one. $150. That's not bad. We can almost afford Kuno's pants.
No. Why do you want to give that shit money?
It's more that I like the pants, but I won't do it.
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth validating that little shit.
You are here. Let's travel here, and then we can start looking for the girl once we hand this off. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, what is it?
About that offsite. Oh, have you seen a suspicious woman, say it by the name of Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Thank you, drama.
Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Oh, wow.
That is a wise man. Cut off the sleeve rather than disturb the cat, for sure. I don't know what it is. Like, once you're a cat owner, you can't do these things. You can't just pick it up and throw it off the blanket, Steve. You just can't.
Not roughly, but what if you just started tickling it so it wakes up?
Dangerous.
And then it's like, oh, well, you're awake now, so.
Nah, still can't. Nah. She's there. She's earned it. Just for being herself. Maybe it's that toxic plasmosis or whatever it's called. Inland Emperor, wait, no, that's dangerous. She shouldn't do it. Oh, she shouldn't do it? Wait, don't do it. It might be dangerous.
No, it's not dangerous. Just depressing.
How do you know?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Play it
Why
cool.
is he freaking out?
Yeah, it's weird. Well, his gut feeling is Inland Empire went nuts. Psyche, what do you want to do? Do you want to play it cool? Is there something wrong? Or do we want to step back and just say, please, please stop? And while you decide, Steve, what are your thoughts on the xenomorph being in Dead by Daylight?
Not much. I mean, that's Dead by Daylight's got to that thing of like pulling in anything, like it's a Soul Calibur style thing. Like it doesn't affect the overall. There's something I've been thinking about is we freely call them xenomorphs, even though they don't. The aliens technically don't have a name.
Oh, it's a species, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, it's like a classification because he called them it's in Alien, so they called it a xenomorph, but they still didn't know what it was, so that's a classification. It's like in the Aliens universe, there's already, because they refer to most aliens being like bugs, like a bug hunt. You just squash them basically.
Yeah, but if you told me a story about bugs, I wouldn't. It's the thing to tell it apart from the rest, right? Xenomorph for us is the only thing that is it.
But I mean, in terms of like most of the alien species they've dealt with are pretty minor, and that's why they've got so much bravado at the start. But it's like the guy says it's a xenomorph, as in like it's a classification. I guess it's just like, oh, it's a bug that changes, an alien that sort of changes form because it's the facehugger versus the adult. And so just giving it like a classification of these types of aliens they generally see in the world. And that's just it's just a once-off line. And every movie since then, it's become part of the thing that they just flat out called xenomorphs.
Yeah, I guess I never put too much thought into it. Psycho, have you made your decision? Number 1, play it cool.
Sona doesn't reply.
I agree with that because she's the expert.
She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here, I found it.
Where? Lean closer.
Hold on.
It's also interesting, Steve, because the Predator, everyone calls it a Predator, and it's got a name, but no one ever calls it by its name as well. Which is like Yutka or something like that is the name of it.
Okay, is that introduced in one of the books though? Because I don't think they ever named it in the movies.
It's named in everything now. Games in like that's the official canon for it, but yeah, no one ever calls it by that.
I just think of the xenomorph thing is it's one of those like small little aging indicators of a franchise that things become a little bit simplistic. I don't know what it is, like, or non-creative. That it's just like this one word from the like one of the movies, and it just gets cemented.
There you go, Briggsy.
Like, hey, Brigade. Like, there's something someone said recently, and it's something I never thought of. But like in Star Wars, the Sith, like if you just look at the original movies, the Sith shouldn't be using lightsabers.
Why is that?
Because like Darth Vader uses a lightsaber because he's a fallen Jedi, so it's his training and weapon. But like when he hands the lightsaber to the Emperor's like, "Oh, it's a Jedi weapon, much like your father's," and he puts it aside like he wouldn't use it.
Right. Well, the Emperor never really used it until the new prequels, right?
Prequels. But that's the thing with like the aging franchises, it becomes they've got to have a lightsaber fight because it's
just too
Star
cool
Wars now. But like if you thought about it, the Sith wouldn't use it, and then you could be more creative with, okay, if there's a Sith that's not a fallen Jedi, what powers would they use? Would it be more the lightning thing or maybe it varies elemental from Sith to Sith? But you could be more creative than just have lightsaber duels, and then still have fallen Jedi use lightsabers for the duels. But you could be more creative, but the franchise is too old now. It just sort of cements around the same concepts.
You've only ever seen the first one. You missed it. Why was it invisible? They've got tech, Saku. They've got a cloaking technology, but when they go in water, it plays up. This was... a lot of people don't like the movie Predators, I think it was called. Or was it The Predator? I can't remember. The most recent Predator film. But I actually liked it because it does explain a lot of the technology. Oh, Rams... I gotta go feed Rama. She stood up on 2 paws and went. You continue the conversation, Steve. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, like it's not fully explained, but the Predators have a cloaking device that makes them partially invisible, but there's that shimmer. But then also doesn't work with water. In terms of if they get wet themselves, you see electricity spark. Also, the reflections for some reason you can see in number 2 set up that you can flat out see them through the reflection of in water, which is kind of weird. But also it's a physical device that's on them because it gets damaged in most movies at one stage, so they can't cloak.
Yeah, it is a physical device, and you actually get to see the device in that later movie that I was talking about. The actual gadget itself that does it.
Yeah, so I should probably watch it because I got the DVD of the 3 movies, and I sort of not avoiding Predators, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it. I should probably try it.
Yeah, you should. It's I really, I mean, nothing beats Predator 1 and Predator 2, right? They're fantastic. Like those two together, so good. And
The
then
weird thing is, like some people are snootish about number 2, like thinking
Yeah.
it's a crappy version, but I really like both of them.
yeah, exactly.
And they got. I like them for the fact that they have different types of heroes. There's the Arnold Schwarzenegger type, but then the
hard ass
what's the
cop,
actor's name?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Yeah, he's a completely different type of hero, but just as valid and just as interesting.
I think what really did a lot of damage to the Predator franchise is the fact that the AVP movies, when you add two really cool things together, it waters down what they are in a sense because you're sort of covering too much or whatever. They were okay in their own right in like popcorn flicks, but they weren't as cool as the original Aliens or the original Predator. And then they
It's
released.
also like the thing I've heard that makes sense with both Alien movies and Predator movies. I think Terminator is affected by the same thing. When they go into sci-fi, it's like it was sort of like that's the natural thing the writers think that this series is. But the original movies, they're more monster movies. There's sci-fi premises around what is at its heart and soul are monster movies. Alien is a monster
100%.
movie. Aliens is more zombies, or more like a zombie type of monster movie. Predator is a monster movie. There's just the fact that the guys are army guys that are tough, still a monster that's
Terminator's a slasher
monster
film.
that's striking down. Yeah, Terminator's a slasher film. There's a sci-fi concept of why there's this indestructible creature and why he is chasing this particular girl, but that's heart and soul. It's a monster movie, or a slasher.
Yeah. And then they when they start blending the genres, becoming more action films than horror films, and it blends out into, then you get Terminator 3, which becomes a comedy, which is even worse. Like it started from horror, goes to action, then becomes comedy.
Or schlocky action. Like the action in Terminator 3 is schlocky. It's just uninspired.
Yeah.
And just visual effects. But and then I think by themselves they sometimes fall into that, but then Aliens versus Predator, when you mix the two, it has to go into its sci-fi element, which doesn't work. They don't sort of work as sci-fis.
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen Prey yet?
No.
Oh,
that one I probably should watch it.
It's very good. It's very, very good. All right, let's see. How you doing, Briggsy, by the way? Good to see you in here. I have no idea how to actually pronounce the predator's species name. I just guessed that it was Yutya, but I don't know. How would you say that, Steve?
I would say it's Yutya, but I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever heard it said out loud.
Can I do anything?
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Is this how you work, Steve? Just a minute. I just need a second.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
Ooh. You did? You found the coordinates?
I found the coordinates.
I reckon that's what Ruby is.
Oh my god, congratulations!
Thank you.
So, where is it? Where's your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
The what?
Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double check my calculations.
Okay.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals, solving the puzzle of water bowls.
Right, I'll go figure it out. I'm good at puzzles.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got a computer for that. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Oh shit, I better write this down because no doubt they'll... Okay. Third is 2 centimeters left. Fourth is 5 to the right.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions, nothing intellectually stimulating. In this task, a child could do it.
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Now the question is... Oh, what? Hang on.
I think the favorite 80s action films, that might be the 3 of the 4 top ones for me, because Die Hard would be the one you haven't mentioned that I think are the top 4.
You know, I used to like Die Hard, but the more I watch it, the less I like it. And I think what I don't like is how up their own ass people are about the whole, is Die Hard a Christmas film? Like, that's kind of like is a hot dog a sandwich kind of bullshit. I'm just like over it.
I mean, that's kind of, that's not important to the movie though.
No.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Okay, yep.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
Didn't have to write it down at all.
This task is an insult to your mental skills.
Come on now.
Oh, come on, Logic. You know who we are.
Move forth. It's probably going to hurt again, but we can...
Wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall.
We could have died from that one thing.
Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place, after all.
All right.
Yes, what is it?
I've moved the bowls.
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Okay, let's get this party started.
Yeah, let's do it. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
One good thing as well, Steve, about Prey, I don't know if you know this, but you can watch it in actually the native Apache language.
Okay. So it'd be like, yeah. Oh, 'cause it's set in South America, right?
I don't really... Yeah, maybe. It's
like one of those, yeah. But yeah, like
in the Americas, for sure.
Yeah. That was one of the weird things with Aliens vs. Predator, that the Predators go to the North Pole when it's been solidified in 2 movies that they only hunt in warm climates.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the first Predator was in Mexico, I believe. I think. I don't know. Is there jungles in Mexico? I guess there are. I don't know. I've never been there. But
I thought it was, I thought that was the first movie was somewhere in South America.
Yeah.
I think it's specific though. Oh no, was it A? No.
Not sure.
No, yes, South America.
Prey's really good though. It's a lot of fun. Personally, there's only two small little things I didn't like about the film, but maybe I'll wait until you've actually watched them to discuss rather than implanting it in your mind before you see it.
Yep.
Get the location right. Should be able to hear. Isn't this going to be silence like everything else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
You're overthinking this.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
It's scary, but we'll have to face it.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
Maybe with her headphones we can give it to the girl that's recording the ice as well.
Mm.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then nothing. Nothing happens. as Sona Lokenenkilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Can you hear anything?
She doesn't answer. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone.
Well?
Damn it.
Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Okay.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it? This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Oh.
Oh, because of the cryptid.
Right. I forgot about the cryptid. Let's do it.
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
Yes, but can I hear anything?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Sooner. What if I just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Oh, the dude's in the tent.
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers. Don't we have a speaker as well? Or was it that awful guy I never want to speak to again selling t-shirts that has a speaker?
You mean the speed
I don't remember.
Of course. The Speed Freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind moving in.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great, I'll go talk to him.
Sure. Let me know how it goes.
Sweet. Okay. I'm surprised that Kim hasn't gone to bed yet, to be honest.
And what did he do it last time? Does he just go, I'm done today?
Pretty sure.
I'm getting tired?
Yeah, I think he stops and makes you want to talk to him. Oh, there's still... Let's talk to these guys first.
True, hard, full car. Hard to the mega. Here comes the night.
Okay, that wasn't it. Let's try and find that sweet spot.
True, hard car.
But is it really? Yeah.
Lucky Materialski.
We'll get through to him.
True, hard, full, hard to the mega. Internally coherent. All car, all right, yeah.
Please tell me what you were doing.
Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah, request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible. We're close.
True, hard car to the internally coherent. All car, all right. Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
Two on the track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
We're close.
We're close. True, hard, full, hard car to internally coherent. All car. Gotta get the people. I'm
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is a party boy?
Hardcore party 24/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
Alright.
The club. True. Hardcore. Hardcore is internally all core.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah!
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good had I asked a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question.
Oh man, this is difficult to get through to him.
The close. True. Hard.
Say nothing, say nothing, say nothing, say nothing. What are you doing? Why?
I'm the party boy.
What is a party boy? Oh, that's not it. Oh, we kept going, that's right.
Should I look for the
Yeah,
clue for that bit?
if you want. Yep.
Hardcore. Internally all core.
He furrows his
Hardcore. Ah! The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Okay, we'll go through it again.
The close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore is internally all core.
he furrows.
Is it though?
It is.
It is.
But is
Yep.
it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it
Hell yeah.
isn't.
Don't be alarmed.
Oh.
Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love.
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge
Ooh.
accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good. Like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Is that an actual album by Pulp? This is hardcore. I'll have to ask her. Try to think if anything could make it hardcore.
What?
Think even harder.
Guys, there's something happening in his head. Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Wait, I remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
What do you reckon, Steve?
Number 2. I think.
Actually, it's more like to hinder us.
Oh, maybe not.
I can't help you with this right now. I need something else. Oh, here we go. Oh, not bad. 58%. It's a white check, 58%. Oh, physical instrument. Let's just try it. Fingers crossed. Yes!
In your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
Is it? Nope.
Your bolt missile, play another sizzle on your base of bizzle.
Thanks, Snoop. And a melody. A good melody is what makes a song really stick. So that you can get out of your head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
Kim won't like that top one. Alright, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. A citizen investigation.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Do we already have that in our boombox?
Yeah, maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just
Shit.
an
Is
idea.
that the bad guy?
What do you mean?
Or one of the 2 horrible people?
The pawn shop
So
owners.
the racist or the guy selling shirts?
Anyway,
I don't know.
that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
Hey, I have a tape with me. There we go. Yeah.
Tape! Yeah!
You got this. Banging mega mix.
Yeah! Alright!
Okay.
No! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it positive! Keep the love in the house!
Okay, never mind. What was the other thing? Sign.
I see you're here again.
Oh.
Offside, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me something about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
If he knows what it looks like, we shouldn't just show him. We should just describe it. It's a yellow circle with a human face with X's for eyes and a smile underneath.
Good.
Yep.
What did you want to know?
Was I right? Is it a dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right.
Yes.
And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Why do you think that's so?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
Okay, what does it mean?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
What makes this sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
Seems awesome.
It is.
I think we've exhausted.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs all right now?
Nah.
Ah.
Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
Okay. I reckon what we'll do is we might call it there and then move them into the church next time. So let me quickly save that. Save. Here we go. Let's go to the main menu. That was very awesome, guys. Thank you so much again for hanging out and watching Disco Elysium. Can't imagine there's too many more episodes. I feel that, you know, each step forward brings us towards the end. We're
making progress. I don't know if could be a few sessions left because we haven't made much progress. I guess we made sort of progress with the murder investigation, but we're not actually zeroing in on the murder.
Well, I think we're finding the fact that we know Ruby is involved and we know where Ruby is roughly. I think finding her will sort of break the case wide open.
Yeah, but it's not like I don't think it's not like we're beating down a door though. So
no,
it's still going to be a bit. We are making decent progress.
Yeah. Let us quickly see who is on. My good old mate Carps is on. We'll send you across to there. Show him some love. Carpo 31. He is playing. I think he's playing something with. I don't know why he would be playing at 10:35 with his son, but he was playing this game with his son the other day. But yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow morning for my birthday stream. That will be at 8:30 my time, so give or take 10 hours time, something like that. Not sure what I'll do yet, what we'll play, but if you're around, come and join in. I've got the day off, so that's exciting. And yeah, we'll catch up then. Sending you guys across now. Have a fantastic evening.
Yep, thanks everyone for watching. Unfortunately, I will be working, but yeah.
Toodles.